at the Greensboro Coliseum Complex. Randy Cobb with us with the Greensboro Sports Council and talking about the big moves to the tournament. The Little Four is now taking on a new sponsor today, and you guys had some changes about a week or so back, and it looked kind of bleak for a day or two, but all of a sudden things look great here with the new addition of Timco.
Yes, it did. Well, a week ago we were told by the Pizza Hut folks that they know we're going to be involved. They had sold to another franchisee who didn't see a fit, and so we announced that, but less than 48 hours later, we agreed to a deal with Timco Aviation Services. So we're pleased and ready to rock and roll.
Sounds like Timco's glad to be making this move. What brought them to the table? What got them interested? And had there been interest in them before? Is this something that came your way all of a sudden?
It came all of a sudden to us, but to them it had been in the works for several years, as a matter of fact. They're involved heavily in needless to say, the aviation services end of it, but with that, they've got a big investment with GTCC in their aviation department over there. And so they have the facilities, they need the workers, they got the greatest teachers involved in aviation. They just needed a pipeline of people to get involved in their program. So what better avenue than high school students and even middle school students to get them interested in aviation careers.
And you talked about, is it Kevin Carter, the man who's stepped up and had the announcement here today?
Yes, Kevin Carter's the CEO, but we also work with Kip Blakely, who happens to also be their governmental and community affairs vice president.
And how long will they be on board? How does the agreement, how's it set up for now?
The agreement is for 1 year, but with a contract to renew upon that. So they're getting in here and getting involved and getting pregnant with us and moving forward from there.
Did you ever think it could happen this quick as far as the change goes? Because coming out of the association, good agreement with Pizza all those years, and the tournament's been going on now for 30 plus years. When you get a change like that, you guys haven't had too many bumps in the road all of a sudden over the years, and this one hits you. Did you think you could turn it around as quick as you did?
Well, no, but yes, to get back to it, this is our 37th year, and we had Pizza Hut on board for 16 great years. They were a great sponsor. But, when we went out, that just shows how this community gets in behind high school athletics, because something to turn so quick in 48 hours to have a deal, that's phenomenal. So, no, we didn't envision that. We hoped it, but it come to fruition.
And as far as the tournament, give us the dates again. I'm thinking maybe December 26th to the 28th, day after Christmas. You guys get going. That'll be around a Monday or Tuesday.
You got it.
Run through.
You nailed it. That's right where we are. It's just right after Christmas. Typically, it's in between Christmas and New Year's anyway, but it starts the day after Christmas, 26th.
And got all the regular teams you've had the past couple of years. No changes. Everybody pretty much back on board. You'll see the Greensboro Day School boys come in. I think they'll be defending their championship, and the Page girls coming back after, I think, an encounter with Greensboro Day in last year's women's final. So you've got some great teams coming back in. It's always good to have that balance with maybe a private school or two involved and all the public schools that come on board too.
Yeah, we every year we review that. It's just not automatic. But the partners we've had in the past, everything worked out great. Competitive balance was there. They come forward with sponsorships. They turn out in vast numbers. So, we review that each and every year. And we'll review that after this year's tournament. But, yes, we have the same folks back.
And going to be a little crazy in some ways, too, with Northern Guilford led by a man I think maybe even came close to playing in this tournament back in this day. Bill Chambers now in charge of the Northern Guilford boys. You've got a change there. That's kind of a bit of a history involved in the tournament coming your way this year.
Yes, there is. I'm sure Northern's ready to have Mr. Chambers involved, and there's some changes around with other schools too, notably at Grimsley and at Smith. But we're ready for them to come in. We're going to be playing basketball in 6 weeks.
It'll be fun with Thomas Griffiths, I think it is, over at Grimsley now, the coach out of A&T, and you've got Derek Partee. At one time, Dudley was staying away from the tournament a little bit, but then some ways with Derek Partee, he cannot get away from the tournament. He's back now as the coach of that Smith team. That brings a lot of enthusiasm too, I would think.
Yes, and both of those are quality individuals, quality coaches, and we look forward to having them.
What is your involvement going to be with the tournament this year? I know you're in charge now, I guess, with the Sports Council and leading the way up front there. Will you be, I'm sure you'll be right in the middle of it, but again, who's the chairman this year and who's going to be leading the way as far as the overall chairmanship goes this season? Dan
Goley is chairman this year, and following him will be Dan O'Shea, who we had over here earlier. My involvement as president is we're all sports council members are heavily involved wrapped in this. We're wrapped up in this, not just financially, but also with our manpower. So you'll see us out here the whole time, each and every one of us, newest member all the way to the president.
And you got some good young members too. We saw them last year. We're going to meet again, I guess, in a few weeks to get the pairings. Is that coming up too?
Yes, in a week. In a month, we'll be meeting right back here. And at that time, we'll unveil the pairings.
And you're also proud of the Greensboro Coliseum Complex, who's been uplifting this tournament by hosting it for several years. They've had some changes there too. We did hear from Matt Brown today Matt Brown came in and talked about what's been done with the Coliseum, how that is changing, how that's getting bigger and better and also growing, and nobody's sitting still. Everybody's moving forward.
Yeah, Matt and his group is just their passion and can-do attitude for this facility is unmatched, and we've had a great partner with them. We couldn't do this without them, and they go out of their way to host us and make this thing bigger and better every year.
Randy Cobb's been with us at GreensboroSports.com. Good luck to the tournament this year coming up, the Timco Invitational presented by Newbridge Bank Park, or Newbridge Bank. Used to say Newbridge Bank Park downtown with the baseball team. Good luck to them, and also good luck to the Northern Guilford Girls Golf Team and your associations, I think, with UNC Wilmington too. Just keep doing what you're doing in the community. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Andy, for everything, and you at your place, dude. Thank you.